War. War never changes. You know, I'm actually disappointed it's not in the trailer, a teaser, whatever. They didn't say it in the teaser. What is this? Who did this? It better be in the actual trailer, not the teaser. I swear, if they don't do that, that's just disappointing. Anyway, right, so this will be a mini breakdown of the teaser trailer that was dropped yesterday on the Fallout TV series. I have not looked that much into this because I want to keep the show as a surprise, so this will just be like a first look breakdown or something like that. So, this scene is Lucy leaving Vault 33. This is one of our main protagonists. She is looking for something, I'm assuming. Something her friends and or family don't think it's worth it to go out into the wasteland, which is fair. I would not want to go into the wasteland either. Maybe it's a water chip or something like that. And Vault 33 is in the state of California. I do know that, yeah.
That I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Lucy!
And then here we see Lucy walking across some ruined town. And then a mentor, perhaps, saying that Lucy needs to go back home. Vault dwellers are not welcome here on the surface. There's no way they can survive with their sheltered lives and don't know much about violence. And maybe he'll talk about the past and how, you know, the Vault dweller stable Vault 13, maybe the chosen one of Arroyo, maybe even the courier, which is more recent in the timeline. And what was it, the cast, the crew or whatever, they say that this show is set 9 years after Fallout 4. Yeah. Also, this rad roach looks amazing. Insane CGI. It better look that good in the entire show and not just for the trailer. That would suck. And here's a skeleton of a big ship. It seems to me that the sea level has gone down, which is interesting. I don't know how the silence would work into that. Maybe I suppose that makes sense. 200 years without pollution? With less pollution. How would that work? There's a lot of pollution that goes on nuclear bombs, but then 200 years after the fallout. Strange stuff. And we have dog meat. Dog meat. And Lucy's starting to get in the idea of the wastes. And there's nothing compared to much later. Oh my goodness. Death claws, faction wars, radiation poisoning, ghouls, Vault Tech and their experiments. The list just goes on. Ooh, we get a glimpse at the Brotherhood of Steel and their base. This airfield with a bunch of vertebrates is very barren. There's not much around here. And it reminds me of that small bunker in Fallout 4 when the Vault Dweller meets the BOS for the first time. Like, right? Tiny, middle of nowhere, California. And this is also where we get our second protagonist, Maximus, a BOS scribe. He looks pretty excited, so I'm assuming this is his first outing, or maybe his first ride on a vertibird. Also, sick power armor walk. And dog meat being dog meat. They better call him a dog meat in this show, or I swear, man, I swear. Blood spatter on this jukebox. Callback to the other Fallout trailers, although the blood spatter is new. Here we are back in a vault. This might be 33 or 32. There has been confirmations of Vault 32. There's some chaos. A dude fell, a dude screaming. Either this is a Vault Tech experiment, or something leaked inside from the outside, whether that's raiders, radiation chems, maybe. Something crazy that made him go insane. Anyway, here we get a glimpse at the very first settlement. Well, it might not be the first settlement, but the first settlement we see. Maybe the first one that Lucy stumbles upon. And the smokestack in this middle is very Diamond City, and the broken plane is very Megaton. I see the crew is taking a lot of inspiration from the other Fallout settlements. This next scene is very interesting because it reveals the third protagonist, the Ghoul. Yep, that's it, very creative. His title, or maybe even his name, is very interesting, as it means there is a shortage of ghouls in the waste, or perhaps he has amnesia and he doesn't know his own name and just goes by that title, the Ghoul. Either way, he's grinning and looks like he's itching for a fight. Wait, let me rephrase that earlier sentence. There's a shortage of sentient ghouls. There's probably a lot of feral ghouls out there. And in the background, the sign is the exact same one as the one in the previous scene, which means this is where Lucy and the Ghoul meet each other. I also spy what looks to be a lever action rifle on his back, which was introduced in Fallout 4 Far Harbor DLC. I say this because the lever is right next to the stock, whereas the BB gun in Fallout 3 has the lever further down. Yeah, this next scene, I have no idea what's up. Some old decrepit house in the middle of nowhere with some half-naked dude. It's weird. It's weird. And back to the Ghoul, showing off his gunslinging capabilities, a seasoned fighter. This scene is also very important because it sets the precedent of how the violence is going to play out. Violent and bloody, if that splatters any indication. And then here, we get the overseer of a vault. I'm assuming Vault 32 because Lucy looks very confused. Or maybe something happened in Vault 33, who knows? But yeah, the Overseer is a Cyclops. I have not seen this yet in Fallout, although I could be wrong. A single eye in the middle of the human's forehead. Yeah. I really don't think it's been released in Fallout, so this is new content. Also, his drink is moldy.
I grabbed a moldy one.
Could be a callback to something. Who knows? Game accurate turret. Here we see a dude in a lab coat with a dog, maybe dog meat. Either he's Enclave, a Vault Tech scientist, or some rando scientist out in the waste. The last one seems unlikely due to how clean his coat is. Also, snow? Are we in a different state? Maybe a flashback to pre-war and we're in Alaska. That one also seems very unlikely. Here we have Mr. Handy pushing a patient. How sweet. Some weird advert for ice cream in the background. Gotta love it. Dad? Maximus running for his life. He seems to be dealing with this well. Yaogwai. Yeah, mutated bears. Yeah, mess with that Tin Man. Poor dude. Imagine being in there. Ooh. Lady with a silver case. I do not think that's Lucy, but that house in the background looks like it belongs to the weird man earlier. And that thing in the front, to the right, it's a cooking station. Yeah. Looks pretty game accurate too. Here we have a crazy axolotl with crazy mutated with weird hand finger tentacle thingamajigs in his mouth. Ugh. I think this is a new creature, somewhat similar to gulpers in Far Harbor and geckos from New Vegas. Very interesting. Here we have a vault lady mowing down something with an LMG and a fork in her eye. Huh. Here we got a giant airship in the sky. It's not the Pridwin from Fallout 4. That is still on the west coast, though the design is very similar. That, to the side, are some bomb shells, maybe some nuke shells. In the front, past the legs, looks like to be a crashed vertebrate. A fight happened, perhaps? This scene is pre-war. I can tell because the guy on the horse looks like the Ghoul, but not ghoulified. Looks to be police and is trying to save that little girl's life from an incoming nuclear fallout. Judging from his ghoulification, I do not think he saved her. Ah, yes, October 23rd, 2077. The day the bombs dropped and completely destroyed the United States of America. Looks very different from a bird's eye view. Definitely different from Fallout 4's intro. To the right, you can see the Ghoul, but not the Ghoul, galloping on his horse. Cool logo. And April 12, 2024 on Prime. Save the date and we're out of here. I'm very excited. They better not mess this up.